bro. Listen, because what we talking about need to go to a higher level. We need to come deal with you, and we need to come deal with, you know, higher schools of thought, man.
Let me get you higher power debates, man. Shit that's gonna really, really mean something.
Hey, Sanetta.
I gotta talk to Sayla too.
Sanetta. Just so you know, man, they can hear us live right now. So you know what I mean. Just so you know, they couldn't hear nothing else. I just went live. They couldn't hear nothing else we talk about. All right, brother. Yo, let's see who in the chat. Yo, come on, cool, man. Let me see if I can pull up something real quick. Cause I'm feeling like some good Jaja music. Yeah, man. Going pearls before swine. Hey. All right. Let's get some of this Jaja music going. All right. While everybody coming in.
Oh no. Never let us down, no child. Never let us down. Everyone to sing, yeah. Never let us down, no child. Never let us down.
Spare you.
Those are bred 5,000 defend. Just like Moses rock past the Red Sea. Never let I down. 10 or 20,000 rise up against me. No, not one of them can come smite me. Never let I down. Wicked heart and evil mind can strike me. Thinking how they want to terminate me. Never let us go. He's my shield and my buckler. He's my guide and protector. Whoa, he never lets us down. Sing it at me, sing it. Go cha-cha. Never let us down, no cha. Never let us down. Everyone to sing it. Cha-cha. Never let us down, no cha. Never let us down. Like Davis who Goliath with the sling and the stone. Sample from the Philistine with the jackass and bounds and never let I down. I run my back up in a sticky situation to preserve a better preparation. Wow, we never let I down. They'll give you a basket to carry water. Why, oh, why? To do your works, I'll never falter. Oh, no. Fools say in their heart there is no God.
Hey.
But praising God, I'm feeling glad.
Hey.
Oh, cha-cha. Never let us down, no cha. Never let us down. Everyone to sing it. Cha-cha. Never let us down, no cha. Never let us down. 5 loaves of bread, 5,000 defend. Just like Moses right past the Red Sea, cha. Never let I down. 10 or 20,000 10,000 rise up against me. No, not one of them can come smite me, Jah. Never let I down. Evil mind and evil thought concentrate me. Thinking how they want to terminate me, Jah. Never let us go. Sing it, tell me, sing it. Cha-cha, 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 cha-cha. Never let us down, no, Jah. Never let us go. Everyone to sing it. Cha-cha, 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 cha-cha. Never let us down, no, Jah. Never let us go. Oh, hey, cha-cha, 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 cha-cha. Never let us down, no, Jah. Never let us go. Everyone to sing it. Cha-cha, cha-cha, cha-cha. Never let us down, no, Jah. Oh, na na. Yeah, na na na, yes. Yeah. In the streets is getting hot. And the youth them I get so cold. Searching for food for the pot. And they'll do anything to fill that gap. Lord. In the streets is getting hot. And the youth them I get so cold. Searching for food for the pot. But they'll do anything to fill that gap. As generation comes and grows, you got to make preparation while the youth them grow. It's what you reap, it's what you sow. The youth them are the light and the future, so when that's them, you know. If education is the key, now tell me why the big guys are make it so expensive for we. Give them the key or set them free. In the streets it's getting hot, and the youth them I get so cold. Searching for food for the pot, where they do anything to fill that gap. Whoa. In the streets it's getting hot, and the youth them I get so cold. Searching for food for the pot, where they do anything to fill that gap. Well, na na na. Oh, mama, oh, mama, na na na. You got to find a better way. Cause when me look at Babylon, me see a fearful play. I saw the Gideon say, yeah. Our nation come together, know the King's last years, the truth and the light and the way. Teach the people, lead them in the right way. Cause in the streets it's getting hot, and the youths them I get so cold. Searching for food for the pot, they'll do anything to fill that gap. Whoa. In the streets it's getting hot, and the youths them I get so cold. Searching for food for the pot, they'll do anything to fill that gap. Yeah. You got to show the people there's still a bright way. I know for sure the sun will come out today. Yeah. Vanity is an illusion, will have to fade away. Yeah. And all the wicked deeds are done, I know you got to pay. Yeah. Cause in the streets it's getting hot, and the youth them I get so cold. Searching for food for the pot, they'll do anything to fill that gap. Yeah. In the streets it's getting hot, and the youth them I get so cold. Searching for food for the pot, they'll do anything to fill that gap. As generation comes and goes, you got to make preparation while the youth them I grow. It's what you reap, it's what you sow. The youth them are the light and the future, let's send us and you know. If education is the key, so tell me why the big guys they make it so expensive for we. Give them the key or set them free.
Stop sharing. Get back. Yo. As always, come to balance all balances and check all checks, because you know what happens next. When you see the butterfly vortex, man, let's get a little something in the background banging a little bit. You dig what I'm talking about? So we can just chat about what happened tonight. You dig what I'm talking about? Y'all come on in, kick it with Cosmon, man. The link is in the chat. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about the debate. You dig what I'm talking about? What you think? You dig what I'm talking about? High Etherian light was shown tonight. He didn't know the date of his Bible, right? So his Bible could easily have been written after. They never take into account that the biblical narrative itself was written after these events. Plagiarizing and writing themselves in history. Yeah. You know what I mean? He lost already because he can't show the historicity of his text or the historicity of his author, right? If those can even be debated, you can't win it. And most importantly, you don't have a timeline. Anybody today can make up a story about elephants and then say it got something to do with what's in the Bible. You did it. It's written after the event already happened, so which disqualifies it from being historical. So not only was Oahspe historical tonight, it was prophetic, and it was an easy win. Y'all come on and kick it with Cosmon. We're gonna turn it up a little bit. Sister Jamia Brown says, I think the information you gave went over their heads. I think so too. This is why we don't do judges. We just let the people present. You dig what I'm talking about? Those who can catch it, catch it. But I cleaned that gutter out over there. You dig what I'm talking about? Toilet Nights is over with. Anybody who watched that clearly seen the most light. So who I got over here? Uh-oh.
Man. Hey, salute to the God Cosmon Kyle. Landslide, brother. Landslide, brother. Believe that, know that. You know what I mean? Hey, bro. Hey. When I heard that boy say that you ain't showing no sources, I said, oh yeah, these cats ain't looking at nothing.
Right.
They not trying to hear it. They not looking at nothing, bro. You came out talking about that Great Pyramid. Y'all listen, because tomorrow we gonna go slow it down. See, it all sound good until you slow it down. We gonna slow it down, pause it, pull up the exact doc that Kyle was reading from, you dig, and show y'all what the hell just happened. Hey man, salute, bro. You just dropped a megaton light bomb over there. Let me walk y'all down what just went down, man. So y'all can realize spiritual greatness when you witness it. Okay. Cal came out talking about that great pyramid of Giza. Okay, he came out talking about that. He showed in Oahspe that the Great Pyramid, they used an inclined plane known as a ramp to build the Great Pyramid. Okay, y'all, this was written down in 1881. Only recently, the ramp was recently discovered when? In 2018. See, so that not only makes, because the Great Pyramid of Giza is historical. We're talking historicity, folks.
Fact.
All right. So that not only is historical, that's also prophetic. Why? Because prophecy is attached to a timeline. So not only did he give you the Great Pyramid, he gave you a recent archaeological find that agrees with Oahspe that was written 140 years earlier. You know what I mean? He not only gave you all that, he also gave you the period in which it was written. You see? That's historical right out the gate. And then you want to act like this man don't bring up any sources. Then you pull the source up and then you show it. Right? This how you know biasness. No matter what you pull up, they gonna say you ain't show nothing. You ain't show nothing. You ain't show nothing. Bro, you went up into the cosmos and you showed galaxies and all that being formed through gases and all that via vortices or vortex and all that. These cats was vibrating so low, you know what they said in the chat? What does this have to do with history? Dumb, ain't you part of a galaxy? What the hell do you mean? So look, if the earth, if we bring in our historicity of the earth, and the earth is a part of a solar system, which is part of a galaxy, then how in the hell is the developing and the creation and formations of galaxies, suns, moons, and stars, how the hell is that not historical? You dig? All dude showed the whole time. You know what he showed? He showed the Mesa Stella. He showed Jehu. He showed Pharaoh Shishak. He showed Egyptian pictures and all that, trying to verify everything he's talking about, right? But y'all, what he was showing you was stuff from Israel's enemies that was proven that Israel was getting their ass kicked.
Facts.
That's what he was showing. He just was showing people. Cal went from the cosmos, y'all, down to the building blocks of creation known today as atoms. Did y'all hear Cal when he said at a time when atoms were being theorized? When atoms were a theory, it was already written down in 1881. You see what I'm saying? Makes it so. How is this not historical when every man that ever walked this earth is made up and composed of atoms? Everything is composed of electrons, protons, and neutrons. How the hell is this not historical? You know what I mean? You went far and beyond. You went far and beyond and over what he was talking about. He just was talking about evidence that Israel exists, which we never said Israel didn't exist.
Yeah.
You showed from multiple branches of science and history the validity in Oahspe. That's what you showed. You showed that. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, I'm proud of you, bro. You did more than clear the block, bro. That was a megaton light bomb that got dropped over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you dig what I'm talking about. You got to put all that knowledge in the 15-minute sections. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to Tom, the lonely one. You dig what I'm talking about? Coming through, family. What up, y'all?
Hey, peace.
You dig what I'm talking about?
Man.
Hey,
y'all can hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you, bro. Hey, did you watch the debate?
No, I did, man. Come on, man. You know I was
there. What you think, bro? What you think of the debate? Give me your honest opinion. Who won? Who didn't? Who dropped the most information? Who tied it in historically?
I mean, it's like this. I mean, like, we all study Bible for real. You know, we done did the most research we could on the Bible. You know, so there's nothing really you can bring new unless you coming out with something like in today's age or today's era, you know. And Oahspe does that. And you brought a lot of evidence out, you know what I'm saying? He did too, but those dates don't really match up like how you do. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the book was written after the event. Wasn't no Tanakh in 900 BC. Wasn't no Tanakh in 800, 700. Ain't no Torah till 450 BC under the Babylonians.
They never read Oahspe though. If they read Oahspe, they would see that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even Yahshua's in there.
Come on, man.
Talking about the Nazarene, you know, and all of these things is in there, but I mean, if they don't read it, then they're gonna just go straight up against it, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just for truth, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there ain't no size to that.
Hey, I want to ask both y'all. This brother Kevin Sears asked a question. He said, "What kind of spiritual being kills children? let alone their own for disobedience. A teachable moment.
Hey, you know, I'm noticing that though, Cal. All of them have no problem admitting they will take their child out.
Man, that is so crazy. Did you see him admit that?
It's commanded.
Did you see him admit that? That live man said he would kill his child.
He said absolutely. He said of course.
Hey, but you know what? If you would have caught me 6-7 years ago, I probably would have said the same thing. So I can't fault him for that because it got you in the God spell. You understand? You in the matrix.
Right.
You know
and information is power. So information allows you to look at things different points of view, and if they don't even know the point of view exists, they can't put themselves in the shoe yet. So
if you can't comprehend.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. I'm about to say, if you can't comprehend titles versus actual people or a person, then I mean, God is not a person, as far as like a being by itself. Like God is a name of that. Like your name called Monkel, your name ain't God. That's your title though.
Right.
Everything has a title. You know what I'm saying? And only certain roles can play that title. The creator can't play a title because the creator is all.
Yeah, thing. I thought. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. I thought all meant everything. Am I wrong?
They say the I and I. I know they've been saying that, but now I got a better focus on it. You know what I'm saying? It's everything, man. Like God can accomplish. God sits on the throne. Israelites seen the bottom of his feet, the backside, whatever y'all want to call it. They seen it though, and it's in the Bible. But dealing with the debate, I mean, it's until we get really, because we can prevent all the evidence we want until they go and look at it. Right. If they did this during the debate, if they took what you said and really took notes of it versus what he said and really took notes of it and compared it,
ain't
no comparison. You know what I'm saying?
Because man, it was a landslide, bro. Like, man, look, wait till I go back. Y'all know, I specialize in going back and slowing some shit down. When we go back and slow that down tomorrow, Tone, I mean, I know you know because you watch it, but Tone, when I go back and slow this thing down tomorrow, and we go back over this tomorrow, oh my God, man, listen to me.
You already know how it go, man. You already know how it go.
It wasn't even, bro, that shit wasn't even close. Hey, even Cal had even more, they want to call it, you know, ad hominem. Cal had more flavor than him tonight. Cal had more pizzazz. Cal had more style with him tonight. You know what I mean? So
hey, I like the respect
dude.
Too, though. I like the respect that was given tonight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I liked it.
Yeah, but now I'm saying once we go back,
we gonna be respectful.
Once we go back and slow it down and show the source, like Cal was sourcing up the whole time, only for them to say wasn't no sources. Like, hold on, stop all that. Yeah. Like, what we gonna do is keep it real first. Let's be honest about what we talking about. Don't act like the brother ain't pulling no sources. Y'all just mad because he pulling things y'all didn't know was in there.
Yeah. Hey, my thing was, I understand him bringing out the things with Kemet and Alexander the Great. We're not saying that didn't happen, but you can't knock stuff that's even in modern history. I think they're just stuck in they stuck in a block of time. Yeah. Like let's just say if there was
I got it for you. Hold on. They stuck in a new paradigm.
they paradigm is out.
Paradigm. That's broad. That's broad. So paradigm.
Shalom, bro. Shalom, man.
They're not they're stuck in a whole new paradigm. They're stuck in a new paradigm.
Paradigm, dog.
Wow.
Yeah. They were still talking. They were still talking. You know what I'm saying? That you got off. And then there was a couple cats that got on talking about the snowflake. Folks has been out of shape about the snowflake, right? So it's like they stuck in stuff that was like way long time ago, but they can't wrap their mind around even prophecy that's like his like modern time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because what they not realizing is this, y'all. If recent archaeological and scientific discoveries are agreeing or just being rediscovered and are agreeing with what was written down in 1881 dealing with Oahspe, this is what don't nobody want to admit. That makes Oahspe the primary then.
Exactly.
That makes it the primary. How in the hell is it talking about something that wasn't just rediscovered until 100 and some years later? Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that no ramps was used to build the Great Pyramid. Nobody know nothing about the first astrological observatories was built 12,000 years ago. Then nobody know nothing about none of that. So for
ain't know
it
nothing
to be
about atoms, ain't know nothing about desertification.
Yeah,
ain't know about the first European civilizations built by the copper ore people from Africa and the Middle East. They don't know nothing about that. They don't know about paleogenetics. They don't know about archaeology. They don't know about geology. So I think, and then it's all provable in real time what Oahspe is saying, and then it proves it in a timeline now, revealing it before showing its historical and prophetic nature. You dig what I'm talking about? Because there's no way you could have known this. JPN couldn't know this. Who knew about the Younger Dryas?
Right, before the internet, before 18. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, today you got smartphones. Today you got many satellites in your pocket. Today you got iPhones and all this extra stuff. You know what I mean? 4K cameras. This is in 1881 before the automobile, before a plane was in the sky. You know what I mean? Before coax cable was being ran through the earth. Before then, these things is being revealed. Look, Gobekli Tepe was already buried for damn near 12,000 years.
Right.
By the time it was written down in 1881 in Oahspe and then finally rediscovered in 1994, it had already been buried. You see what I'm saying? And see, that's what our people is missing. So when Cal brings out the snowflake and he brings out Wilson Bentley, known as Snowflake Bentley, and they like, oh, that's cute. He talking about the snowflakes. What you mean? What does that have to do with history? Everything, idiot. We just read where no two snowflakes are alike in the book of cosmogony and prophecy. Right?
Did you hear
Snowflake Bentley took his first picture of a snowflake in 1884, but he didn't even document none of his findings for real until after he took 5,000 pictures of them damn snowflakes, man. He ain't documented his findings into the 1900s.
Did you hear what an apostle said?
Oahspe got them handwritten.
Did you hear did you hear what apostle said though? He was talking about apostle talking about he was from, I guess, some state that got some snowflakes. So he was like, I done looked at some snowflakes.
He lying.
Yeah. Come on, dog.
But see what went over their head, Cal showed that snowflakes, the pictures of snowflakes in Oahspe were drawn out in 1881. Wilson Bentley didn't reveal the picture of the snowflakes that he was photographing until after he photographed 5,000 of them suckers, and that wasn't done until the 1900s. And why do the photographs and the pictures drawn in Oahspe match?
Right.
So how you gonna tell me that's not history?
That's exactly. Or prophecy.
But then again, you still got the Dogon tribe all the way over there in Africa somewhere that showed pictures of what they seen and it was accurate. I mean, why one of us can't do the same thing? You know what I'm saying? But then
that's the whole point of Oahspe.
If it's a white person or somebody that's not of our color, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to work in unison.
Right.
And that's the whole problem. But the funny part is, dig this, Tom. Had I been a white dude, had I been Graham Hancock saying this same information, it'd have been it's you know what I mean? I'd have killed it then. You dig what I'm talking about? But I understand where my people are. So sometimes you just gotta shine the light, and those who come to it will come to it. And guess what? What more is a God? If I got one person to look at Oahspe Huh? They're gonna call me Lord Cosmon one day. Know it. Know it. You dig what I'm talking about? They're gonna call me, they're gonna talk about me in the next.
And if you ain't familiar with it, they're gonna say you blaspheming now.
Listen, I'm building the foundation. Somebody gotta dig up the old and put the new foundation down. I ain't here to patch up none of that old stuff. I'm here to breed a new race. That's what true goddess say today. She said she don't care about nothing about your prayer.
Okay.
She don't care nothing about.
Hey, I ain't mean to cut you off, Cosmon, but shoot, in the Bible, it even make an instance about when Christ was giving out talents and stuff like that. He said, "I gave some cities." You know, if he said that, then who's over the city in the Oahspe is the Lord.
Oahspe revealed in the very first civilizations 40,000 years ago.
Man, look.
Hold on, and then that's during the 9th arc cycle. That's 27,000 years after the creation of man. Then you get the very first civilizations. But I believe, this is what I believe. Now, I can't prove this. But listening to what the old myths and tales say, when you get to talking about the old, quote unquote, golden civilization, right? They talk about a time where it's almost magical. You dig what I'm talking about? They talk about these great mythic beasts, these little dwarf men, these great tall giants. They talk about dragons. They talk about all type of crazy stuff that sound nuts. But once you understand that man is always inspired and ain't never came up with a thought by itself, never. Not one, whether it was evil or whether it's good.
But that's crazy.
Somebody was inspiring him and he just chose.
That's crazy when you think about it.
And he just chose. See, this is what they don't understand. There's a difference in that high spirituality because it starts to become objective by looking at the character of the thing. Oahspe not asking you to believe it. It's saying prove it wrong. And then it's also saying if I'm bringing you new information, right? This is right in the preface, 1882, JBN. He said if a book gonna bring you some new information that you don't know nothing about, it also should come with a way to proving that information.
Practical.
Right? It says Oahspe is that text. That's exactly what it do. It tell you a thing, how to prove it, when, where, by who, and what happened.
If I'm not mistaken, that's right in the
exactly, Cal. Now, peep, what else went over their head? Look, Cal talked about the desertification of the Sahara Desert. Did y'all catch it? Catch it?
Right.
You see?
Showed
the article and all that. The science agrees that circa 4200 BCE, that Sahara was a lush place of vegetation and had massive bodies of water. So what happened around 4200 BCE that turned it into a desert, not just the Sahara. You know what I mean? So bro gonna show it. He gonna show it.
Death Valley. It went on all the way around the world in India.
Exactly. So then bro go show it. He puts it on the timetable. It says 2,920 years after Fergopati. If you know when Fergopati did his administration, that was 7,053 BCE. Minus 2,920, gonna put you smack dab in what? 4133 BCE. That's right when that fallen nebula fell in massive amounts and covered up the Sahara. He showed it. He showed it on Oahspe. He showed the article, and they even called it the 4.2 kiloyear experiment. I mean, 4.2 kiloyear event or something like that.
Yeah.
That went down from 4200 BC to 4100, bro. 4133 Oahspe is revealing BC that fallen nebula in massive amounts covered up what you know today is Sahara and other spots. You know what I mean? Those spots used to be
Lush.
lush with vegetation and have massive bodies of water. You showed that. That's history. You showed that. Only for somebody to say what he ain't pulling no source. That's when I knew you ain't watching. You niggas ain't watching.
I think they probably wanted you to stick to the history of the Bible, but not history of the world.
Yeah.
No, but see, no, the whole thing was Bible versus Oahspe, bronze. So it ain't fault that it ain't our fault that Bible don't talk about the Younger Dryas and the Ice Ages. It ain't our fault Bible don't talk about the desertification of the Sahara Desert. It ain't our fault about none of this stuff, bro. You know what I mean? The petroglyphs and all that, the astronomical observatories, and we way before you even get to speaking about Israel's history. And we're showing modern science agreeing with what we talking about, bro. Man, look, bro did his thing tonight. He did his thing. We gonna slow it down tomorrow, though.
Those who can see now. You dig what I'm talking about? Cause right here, 22nd arc cycle, right? After the creation of man, 66,000 years after the creation of the very first thinking man, right? The Homo sapien, right? Known as the Iron, right? Came in every color, every type. It's man. He was bred down from a hominin, right? Now, if what the brother was showing was, if you take this date, 7,053 BC, and you minus 2,920, you're going to get 4133, right? But it also says, for 180 years previous to the end of this Dan, under Fragopity, and who? Remember, it's Fragopity and Zarathustra, right? In the Archaeology, a 3,100 year span of time, the 22nd arc cycle between 7,053 BC and 3,953 BC. Or, to put it on the Cosmon calendar, you dig what I'm talking about on timetables of prophecy, 8,900, right? 8,900 before the Cosmon era, right? So if you take this, which remember it would be BC, so it would be quote unquote negative, right? So 353 BC, which is the dawn of the next era, 180 years before that, you add 180 to 3953 BC, you get 4133 also. So when you know how to tell time, you can not only go backwards, you can go forwards. And once you go forwards, it's called prophecy. Once you're able to tell time forward before it happens, that's called prophecy. So we find right here, 4133 BC, right? Right during, let me show this real quick. Let me go back because bro.
What's that? No.
What up, dog?
What's up?
You dig what I'm talking about? What's good, boy?
Oh yeah, you already know, man. That was an easy one again. You know, it just proves, you know, who we are. We are already in second resurrection. You know, it's always gonna be, you know, that lower first resurrection that we gotta pull up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be work, man. That lets us know how much work we gotta do. You know?
Yeah. Hold on. There we go. There you go.
Gotta shake the dust off the minds, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some work, man.
It's work.
Yeah. And the crazy part is Oahspe actually makes a comparison of what we're doing, going into ooze, going into these hell knots, into these places of absolute hate. You dig what I'm talking about? And trying to pick out the brightest minds.
Hey,
you dig what I'm talking about?
if you guys notice,
Oahspe compares that to breaking a hell knot.
have you noticed in the movie The Matrix how the Smiths, they morph into every person that they go into, kind of like how it talks about in Oahspe how the spirits are
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, you know how the spirits they kind of like morph together in hell knots, and how in Mr. Anderson he comes into the person and he's like that person, kind of like how the spirit you know how it connects to another spirit in the hell knot.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If you notice, everybody in the Hebrew doctrine right now has that same Mr. They're all Smiths. They all got the same mind.
Damn.
All of them. Every single one you can put a replication. Because think about it. Me and guys like Malachi, right? We come straight out of Hebrew doctrine. So we know the Bible front and back. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with, like, you know, and then even in Hebrew doctrine, we're able to break down scripture to a point to where, okay, you can't come to me just with the Bible. If you're not coming to me with things that are not in the Bible, is, you know, like Essene Gospel of Peace, or, you know, they got other books in pseudepigrapha like Enoch. You know what I'm saying? People are only stuck in the Bible matrix. They're not out of the Bible, even within that doctrine of the false God. You see what I'm saying? So there's more to it, even just the Bible. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of wisdom, and wisdom is good in any form you can get it in. You know what I'm saying? If you can learn something from, you know, anybody, you can learn new things every day from just basic life interactions with people like Oahspe teaches. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's real, man. You could see the Smiths jump into everybody who's under the God spell.
Yeah,
man, I love that analogy, man. I love that analogy.
Yeah.
I was just in the chat, kind of like, I was, you know what I'm saying? I was bucking at him because I'm like, yo, I got my opinion. I want to share with you guys and try to raise y'all up into this light and come. Yeah. But if you notice, when you break down some of this information to them, they be wanting to hear it. But that drudge on there kind of got their head.
Oh yeah. What's name brought up the drudges? Who brought up the drudges?
Judah.
Yeah. Look, like Oahspe made that shit up or something, man. You can find drudge in other texts.
It's everywhere. Like I told him, it's a demon. The way we prove it is that the author of your text, King James, practices worshiping a demon. He wrote a book on it called Demonology.
And you can find
I was almost when Cosmo said that, he said that as soon as he said that, you could find the word in drug.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You can find drudge in his root form in the Vedas. You know what I'm saying? So
they're not gonna go there. They're not gonna go there. They're sticking with Bible.
Man,
that gospel ain't no joke, boy. That thing cold.
They don't know Krishna was a god for real.
Hey, yo, and this what they don't get, yo. It's still denoting the spirit.
Yeah.
In the Vedic.
Yep. Sure enough. Just like Deva or Diva. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah, man. See, I think it is that, you know what it is too? It's startling and it can be stunning, right? To a person's ego. When you learn for real, you're no longer the smartest man in the room. You dig what I'm talking about? It hit different. You dig what I'm talking about when a nigga is objective. Not telling you what another man said about another man. I'm saying what the God say, and then we look on earth. Then he gonna say is right here in this year, 4133. This thing is gonna happen. Look in history for a time of great aridation or desertification, because guess what's happening? Nebulous, hot material is falling on the ground. Much of it sand. falling from the asteroidal type belts out in atmosphere. You're falling, building up kinetic energy and potential energy, and hence electricity. So it's hot. It come out the sky 2 times as hot as a volcano.
Yeah. It ain't gonna be cool.
No, and the crazy part is before it ever hits you, I'm talking about by the clouds, everything around you is already bursting in fire. Your clothes, before it even hit, everything gonna be to a crisp once it get around the clouds. And then it's bringing the speed from falling from the upper atmosphere with all the shit that's gathered up out there that make up worlds falling to the earth. Hot, 2 times as hot as a volcano. And I'm talking falling miles deep. How else? Hold on. You got to tell me, how else do you bury a pyramid? Tell me how a desert is made. We know that aeration happens, but how is a desert made? I bet you it's the same way sedimentary rocks are made. I bet you it's the same way fossils are made. I bet you it's the same way coal beds are made. I bet you it's the same way we can find all of these ancient cities that we always heard of, and they're under 60 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet, 100 feet worth of damn ground. How else do you bury Göbekli Tepe in the middle of the mountains, high up in the mountains, in the Gurmos Mountains in Anatolia? So one of the most active earthquake regions in the world, because it's in the subduction zone. Turkey is in the subduction zone between the African continent and the European continent. And that thing just shaking there while the African continent is pushing up and Europe is going down. It's called subduction. So guess what happens in Turkey? Mountains. Guess what's in Turkey? Mountains.
That's all Turkey is, mountains.
That's all it is. Because it's a subduction zone between 2 continents, Europe and Africa. Right there. Where the plates meet is Turkey. I don't make it up. Science say this. Oahspe said it, and then science proves years later. That's what happens.
I think, man, as far as the breakdowns, the modern breakdowns, man, they just can't grasp it, man. It's just
because they're drooks.
They can't grasp it.
Drooks they can't get it. They can't get it. So, they bloodthirsty. You know what I'm saying? They out for they got their sword out. Cosmon's coming to raise them up, and they're coming to put him into declension. You see what I'm saying?
But hey, remember when Joab went down there and bust them hells wide open? What Jaja give him? A fire rod and a water rod. So this is why I was in there whooping him like I was whooping him with that highlight. Because I throw the highlight up there. He looked down. I whoop him with the water.
You know what's so crazy to me is that they justify, their decision to give him the win, based off of again another ad hominem. You see what I'm saying? That the fact that John Newborough is white. They're not.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Because he didn't explain nothing. He was just reading.
He was reading what
nothing. He was reading nothing, bro.
I don't
say
even
that's
I
one
don't
of the
even think he
reasons
can. I
why.
don't even think he used the old. I mean, because I believe he's the Old Testament only. So he ain't even come
He
with no
didn't
New
drop no
Testament.
facts about nothing. All the only word I heard the whole time was king. This king here and this king there was proven. When
Right.
then you hear
But
you
It's
when
in
was
come
your
English.
Bible? But when
bang, you
I asked
said
you when
so.
it,
Hold up, you brought out the bag drop when you brought out. Okay, so how is it that your Bible is written and the world was created before these pyramids? You see what I'm saying? The oldest pyramid is what you said. What is Gobekli Tepe?
Go back,
yeah.
play tip.
How is it that the Bible is younger than that? You see what I'm saying? Like facts.
Exactly.
So this was like, yo, this is it's tough, bro.
It made
It's
you
so
it made you take your head off and shake your head like,
it's like
yo.
being a Hebrew in a room full of
So look at it
Christians.
like this. Look at it like this. The boy, look how Jaja work, right? Let me show you how Jaja flex on niggas, right? Soon as I get done, the reason why the live kept going in and out at first, as soon as I tap on the thing to go on live, guess who called me?
Who?
Sonetta.
Hey, I hopped in. I hopped in when I heard him.
He said, Cosmon, don't do that thing with them, man. They gonna rob you anyway, bro. You dig what I'm talking about? Sonetta said that as soon as I got done, he didn't even know
I ain't
we
heard
even
that.
did the debate. He said, Cosmon, don't fuck with him, man. We gonna get Zion Lex on there. You dig what I'm talking about? Cause he said some real debate. He's like, man, you ain't gonna get no points whooping Judah in the ass. And he right. He was like, he didn't even watch the debate. He said, Cosmon, don't do that debate. I got Zion Lex. He said he gonna do it. You dig what I'm talking about? I said, man, so I just got off 30 seconds ago. He was like, you already did it? I was like, yeah, I had it booked for a week. You dig what I'm talking about? He was like, oh, man, these some weirdos. He was like, look, man, they gonna rob you. Why would you even? And then he was like, as soon as
But
they
that's our character, though. We go show up and clear the block anyway.
anyway,
Same with me. It was stacked against
yeah,
me at the source. Nigga, I'm coming anyway to clear the block. Nigga, I
anyway.
don't give no fuck about what no judge got to say. Anybody with a half a brain, though, Cal P just cleared, dropped a light bomb over there in that motherfucker, bro. That's simple. Judah was dry the whole time, bro. I damn near fell asleep listening to this nigga.
That's probably why our old boy fell asleep.
Yeah, he was dry. It wasn't, it wasn't like
He's so
he
food
ain't
to
bring out
really
nothing
know.
that had me like, ooh, that's a good point. You just
Hey,
showing stuff that we
hey,
already know
You
exists. We
And we
know
already knew that shit,
we know
bro.
about the Mesa, the Mesa Stella. We know
and
about Jehu. We
yeah,
know about we know
what
about
happened with that?
we know about all the different archaeological finds dealing with Bible and all that. You know what I
but
mean?
we
Y'all didn't
no.
think that Oahspe or the information in Oahspe could be validated but by recent archaeological and scientific discoveries. See, and if that's what's coming out, then that makes Oahspe the
Right,
primary
right.
because it's written down before it's discovered. You see what I'm saying? That's
Right.
the elephant in the room, y'all. I think that's what we need to constantly throw in their face. No. You dealing with a primary then.
Right.
If it was
And
written
I have
down
the
before it was
only primary in the
yeah,
whole debate.
that's exactly.
Bible is not a primary source for the information in it. Anybody ever heard of the Atrahasis? Do you know where you get your so-called 7-day creation myth from?
But you know what? They'll make that false sound like it's originate because you would only hear it in the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, they make it sound like that until you find out
Until you look,
that the
yeah.
authors of the Bible, like Ezra, right, who were in Babylon and hence Babylonian, speaking Hebrew, right? Speaking Hebrew. Them, okay, look, in short, right? This thing was crazy. You did what I'm talking about, and I knew this was gonna happen, and I prepared for this tonight. I prepared for this tonight because the delivery was flawless. And then I'm looking. I can see the chat. You dig what I'm talking about? And when I see them couple little people on the other side, like, getting them little, putting them little emojis up, like, I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Jaja said in that light. You dig what I'm saying? Like he's saying, a lot of them are Jews, drunk. That's just real. A drunk is a person who cannot understand spiritual things. You know what I mean? So we got to remember that we're dealing with our people who don't really understand. But be kind, because remember, you was in that same spot too.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You know what I mean?
That's probably
the gospel.
That's probably one of my first. That's probably one of my first convictions pertaining to anything, because I was once there myself.
Man, my conscience would eat me too bad, because I would read something in the Bible and go, well, how they say, hold on, we can't eat this and this, but on this part they say, hold on, man, let me ask somebody about it. I mean, it even say in the Bible where after Jacob got touched on the hip that Israelites ain't supposed to eat the meat that joined the bone to the bone. And I mean, I'm like, well, what we doing? I'm be wondering these things, man. And come on, man. Moses broke the first tablets.
When it starts
to nigga eating the chicken to the gristle,
it's cold.
Right. We eat the gristle. That's the main part we eat. So I must be an Israelite then. That's the main part we eat, the gristle. Talking about you can't finish that chicken bone.
Oh, that's the good part.
Shit. The Bible said the meat, man. Come on.
And look, and this the difference. Slaughter, kill, burn it for a sweet savior. Oahspe say, this the difference. Oahspe say, when you teaching somebody, treat them like you would want somebody to treat your mother. When you teaching somebody a new something, you would want that person to, if they were teaching your mother, you would want them to be very conciliatory, and you dig what I'm talking about, very direct and be humble and sincere and showing what you would want your mama handled like that. Oahspe teach us to handle the world like that too. You dig what I'm talking about? But sometimes you need, you dig what I'm talking about? Sometimes you got to shake them a little bit.
Take the hell out of them.
You dig what I'm talking about? You got to pat that weave. You know what I mean? You dig what I'm talking about? Pat that weave sometimes. You dig what I'm saying? And just let it be what it is, man. Listen, Sonetta called me soon as it was done, bro. I swear I wasn't off 30 seconds. He said, you ain't do that dumb shit with you the nails, did you? I said, I just got off the phone. He was like, God damn. I said, dog, I don't follow none of them. I don't know what they do. I didn't even know y'all was beefing.
Oh, they beefing?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, they be off and on, man. They be like a soap opera, man.
Yeah, it was just Thursday. I just so happened to pop on to say that it was going to be a debate. It had already been locked in since Saturday. He didn't know that. So he said, he said, Cosmo, man, why even go over there, bro? They gonna rob you anyway. This is why they want the judges so bad. You dig what I'm talking about? He said that. Sonetta said that. I could have played that, but I didn't. I ain't got that in me. You dig what I'm talking about? But he told me, bro, they gonna rob you anyway, before he even knew that the debate happened. He was like, look, man, I got Zion Lex, man. He was like, man, they've been talking crazy stuff about my wife and all. I was like, man, what's that?
Hey, Kyle, man, like you always say, man, it's for the babies, man. It's for the babies, and we all babies for real.
He say this. It say Oahspe just the first fruits, man. And look, and if we babies, we know babies can't eat fruit. Babies drink the juice of the fruit.
Right.
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 And if they drink that too fast, they might choke.
Because our knowledge ain't nothing compared to what it was coming
Come
from.
on, man.
You know, Oahspe
It said we
teaching
can't even fathom. He brought out in the book of the prophet. He said we can't even fathom the lowest of the heavens.
You can't even listen. The thing is, you couldn't even fathom the hells. Let alone.
Look.
Let alone
It said,
the heavens.
Hey, yes, we can.
Oahspe say,
they come up with some crazy stuff.
hey, it said we are a germ compared to the Creator.
He said you are an atom. I brought that out.
He said a germ he said a germ too, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, germ.
What
you know what I'm saying?
Is right is everything that you talked about in Oahspe, right, about it being automatic writing. When you ask them about that, they deflate that question. It's like, yo, the Bible was automatic writing. So what do you have to say about
It's
that?
all in
let's
there.
get into something else.
Hold on, wait a minute. This nigga said his God wrote 10 commandments or Torah with his finger on some rock. Nigga, that's automatic writing.
Right.
Hold on. Ezra popped the molly, then sweated on niggas for 40 days. That nigga mouth didn't shut up. Niggas was right behind
body water.
Like, goddamn.
It was
you
fizzed out.
Trying to keep up with it. That's automatic writing. His mouth is just going. That's automatic. That's automatic writing.
And that shows you down through history how automatic writing got convoluted and kind of twisted to make it look like it was something negative. You know what I'm saying?
A supposed spiritual people, but you disbelieve in spirits.
Right.
How is this even working? Your whole existence is an oxymoron at this point. You can't be an Israelite.
And everybody around here talking about they spiritual, but how don't you believe in spirits?
How?
Because hey, look, they think it's the finger on the wall writing automatically on the wall by itself.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
You gotta really understand.
Wait a minute. Book of Daniel 5, that exactly happens.
So hey,
right on the wall.
Brought it out. He brought it out. He said the book of Daniel
came out of nowhere and writ on the wall.
My thing is, when he mentioned the book of Daniel, I'm saying how he not talking about, the other Lord they had that was calling that wasn't even an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? They say the people. And they said it with the Khazarians, ain't it? They were eating people and the people was complaining.
Yeah, go ahead. Y'all, just keep chopping it up. Keep chopping it up.
Yeah, man. But I mean, like you brought it out, the book of Daniel, and you brought dates, but what are we comparing it to? Like today? Oh, you never really stayed on top of it with that, man. But come on, you had it down though, bro, for real, man. For the babies.
Yeah, man. And just the
thing tonight, man. Like I say, man, when we go back through it tomorrow and slow it down, it's gonna be even more clear. You dig? And I personally think from here on out it need to be more of a it need to be something to where because it's too much information that got to come out in 15 minutes.
I was gonna say the same thing, bro.
Yeah, they got to be something to where you get nigga like 30 minutes to go ahead and present what he need to present.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
At least
what they gonna match it up against at least? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, everybody got the topics, but
you see, Judah couldn't even get through those 15-minute rounds. He kept throwing his time back.
You was a visitor, right?
And
for you to get 40-some% of the votes, 42%, that's good, man. When I'm on Sarnetta, I ain't never got no goddamn 40% of the audience. So they always, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
I'm in enemy territory getting half the votes.
Right. You getting half the votes.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never got no, the most votes I get like a 30% just because they don't like me. You see? Yeah. That's all it is. So, yeah, man, it was a great debate, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I enjoyed it. So, yeah, I'll be on there, okay?
All right.
All right, sure.
Yeah, you got half the votes, bro, and you in enemy territory.
Streets know.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Came and cleared it out, busting that gamma ray. These niggas don't want none of the gamma ray. It was easy work. Man, hey, look, Mally, put the sauce on that thing. Slow it down for him. Nigga,
Man, wait. Hey, look, wait till tomorrow morning.
What I'm talking about? I
Wait
just
till
dissed
tomorrow
you.
morning. They just gonna be like, damn,
Hold on.
dog.
Did y'all see what I did with Yahweh of God?
Yeah, wait till we blow that up tomorrow. See, you ain't get a chance to blow it all the way
I
up.
ain't get to blow it all the way.
Yeah, wait till we blow it up tomorrow. Y'all gonna be like, damn, and this nigga today, he's the only one I hear saying all praises to Yahweh God. It's him. So that means,
hold on, that's in Oahspe.
yeah, I know. He was a worker. He was a little loke of ball. He was
little homie.
He was a little homie. He was a little Uncle Ball, one of Uncle Ball little homies. Take the nigga to the store to go get him some cigarettes and shit. You know what I mean?
That nigga worship the Baalim, bro, and don't even know it.
Man, and he the only one. Nobody else says this. He's the only one. The toilet nights are the only one to say.
This is why he said he don't understand that a lot of that gay stuff come out of that ball worship.
Yeah.
And this is why he got a gay demon on him, because he's actually praising a Baalim.
Why they never answer that question when you talk?
You know why he didn't answer that question? Because where there's smoke, there's fire.
And then they got a video clip of it.
Hold on, can I ask you a question, sir? Tone the lonely one, please. Can I ask you a question?
Bro.
Kind sir,
yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have anybody ever in your life, ever in all your nigga life, ever connected you with some gay shit?
Nah.
Okay, hold on. One sec. Excuse me, Malachi Maccabee.
Man, look, it ain't a nigga that ever done lived or is living currently, nigga, that have ever, nigga, look, that shit has never nowhere near known about me ever in no streets, ever in no lifetime, nigga. Hell no.
Okay. So wait a minute. First of all, how you cut like that and you already got schmut on your name? How was you even coming out the house with this over your head? And then when I ask you the direct question, we know you'll kill your child, so we know where your spiritual rate is. I asked him, is it okay to traffic and molest little girls? He said yes. I asked him, would he kill his son if his God came in light? You dig what I'm talking about? Saying, go ahead and kill your child. He said yes. He never looks at the rest of the book where it tell you to tempt the spirit, test it. Right? And then we back into this circular reason, because if I ask him, well, how do you test the spirit? And then it's the way my God set up, right? Right. So we back at this point with this circular reasoning, man. It's just,
man,
you know, it's time to take this to a higher level. And see, this is how God works. This is how creator work. Boy, I wasn't off the phone 20 hot seconds. This nigga Sonetta said, man, you need to come bring that over here. You know what I mean? Don't even deal with that, because Cal, they gonna rob you. This is what he said. Y'all tell me what happened objectively. Was he right? Was he right?
Yeah, he was right. But look, you already knew that. We knew that.
Yeah, we knew that coming in.
What I'm saying is, I didn't know unless they got past me. I didn't know you agreed to having some judges. I know
didn't.
that.
No, I knew I told him from the get-go, from the setup, ain't gonna be no judges. The people swear to judge themselves.
Right. So okay.
And then I told them no from the get-go, and then I said they can have their opinion, but that shit don't do nothing but sway the crowd.
Yeah. So that's what it was. Those weren't. So that y'all know, those weren't official judges then.
No,
they just was there to give their opinion about
some niggas who was there just talking.
Yeah, because you didn't agree to no type of
Wasn't
judge.
no judges.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Wasn't no judges. They popped that up right then. You see, that's why they was asking, is that cool? I said, no. Nigga, we can't get past that. So guess what? You can have them up here. They can give their opinions about it after they're done, but it's just about what the streets say. I made that very clear. You dig what I'm talking about? So I ain't worried about.
The streets say you won.
Yeah,
you know,
clear.
I got a question.
Go ahead, bro.
And both of y'all can answer this one for me. So in the Bible, does Oahspe explain why in the Bible it said that John the Baptist had his own disciples? Or something near to that?
I don't think the Oahspe explains why. But if you just trip off disciples are students, which make whoever has disciples the master teacher. So the Pharisees had disciples, Yeshua, John the Baptist. They all had their own different schools of thought in dealing with Torah during that dispensation of time. You know what I mean? So that's basically the understanding of that. It's just proof that there were different schools of thought and that everybody didn't operate and maneuver the same way when it came to Torah. Just like today. Like they'll front today like they all agree in some shit, but shit, even Judah enemies will vote for him just so Cosmon wouldn't even get the victory. You know what I mean?
Okay. But do they know Christ? They mean the Christ in the Bible was like a real Essene though.
Yeah. But there was different factions of them. It wasn't even with the Essenes. All them was different.
It was 3 factions.
Yeah. They
talking about Jews in general, or what they call Jews. We know they ain't the same as Israelites or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but everybody
they say that. But they say the true Israelite, right, in that time, right, comes directly out of the Essene stock.
Yeah, absolutely.
You dig what I'm talking about?
Right.
Who go on later to birth the Nazarenes.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how it's seen the Nazarene.
Jay sitting knitting them down. And what up, though, boy? What up,
J Judah the building.
Hey, check
that
it out,
boy
man.
Judah 7000. Hey, you a real one, boy.
Hey,
you a real one the way you did that thing, man. You hosted that thing right.
It's rough, bro.
Because you ain't pick no sides. And that's what counts.
So Frankie, I knew you was slithering around in the damn bushes. Talking about bring it over here. No, nobody wants to do a debate on your platform because you don't treat people fair. I've done plenty of debates on your platform, and you always sway your audience towards the other person that I'm going against. Having them vote for see, this how you do it, Frankie. If you want somebody to come on there, you always want to try to steal ideas. Come up with your own, bro. I know you trying to jack the style over here, man.
Somebody link Sonetta in the chat, man.
Yeah,
get this Sonetta to come through.
Yeah, because he need to take lessons.
You got to answer on this, man. What's going
man, hey,
on?
Listen, bro. You carry. Hey, you carried 40.
Really want to know? You did what I'm talking about.
You carry 42% of the audience, bro. You know, it just enemy. I ain't gonna say enemy territory. I'm out the way, but in the Lions Den territory, that's great. I have never the most percentage that when I'm on the road over there with Sonetta, maybe 26, 27%. So, bro, you did good. I mean, you know. I mean, you got supporters, bro. You see what I'm saying? You got supporters that follow you. You see? So, like I say, man, I did my best to keep it fair. And
no, I like the way you moderated and did that, JJ. That was real solid. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was solid.
That was real solid. But when we was in here talking,
them one official judges, we talked about that before we got before we.
I ain't even. Yeah.
See how it kind of influenced the crowd? You see what I'm saying? It'll kind of influence it instead of just letting the people judge, letting them pick. Because that, in the end of the day, that's what they're gonna do anyway. So why do they need any influence from anybody who's not perceiving the depth of what I'm bringing out? I went from literally the ejaculate spinning in the world to the conception of man, to the conception of galaxies.
Okay.
On the timeline, I show hominids and why Oahspe says there's difference between the two.
Well, you know what, Cosmo? The more you come and build, the more a lot of people can kind of see where you come. All that stuff you bringing is new.
Yeah, it could be
42% of the votes. Man, you did great. I'm just gonna keep
exactly. Hey, JJ make an excellent point because especially people gonna stick with what they familiar with anyway. So if it's going over their head and you still getting damn near 50%, you damn near still got 50% of the votes over on the Lions. Then you know what I mean. But tomorrow, see, I'm a expert of slowing it down. I'm gonna do a recap over tomorrow. I'm gonna slow it down.
Yeah, slow it down, man.
And then we gonna go back over the sources and everything that Cal brought out because with Cal wasn't just showing like people.
Pictures,
he was showing events. He was showing things that a lot of us never talk about, like the Younger Dryas, which is an ice age. A lot of us don't know about an ice age that was recently discovered, you know what I mean, by science, but was already written down if we're dealing with an 1881. Regardless if people say it's a white boy, it's a dentist, the nigga was automatically writing. Once we get past that, okay, how in the fuck did he know about some shit that just recently got discovered? That's what we're not discussing.
Good point.
So that makes it not only historical, JJ, it also makes it prophetic in a sense. Because outside of my personal feelings about the white boy that's a dentist from Ohio, outside of any of that, how in the hell was he writing some shit down before the internet? Before it was a plane in the sky? Before it was an automobile on the ground? Before you had iPhones and regular phones, and how is he writing about any of that shit? And then they finally rediscovering things like Göbekli Tepe, the first astrological observatory from 12,000 years ago. But it's right during the time period Oahspe said the first ones were built.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it makes it. So even though it was written down in 1881, but the things that were written in it weren't discovered until 1994, 2018. Cal brought up the Giza Pyramid. It don't get no more archaeological and historical than that, JJ. That's the Great Pyramid of Giza. He brought up how in Oahspe that it shows that Thutmose or Khufu used the inclined plane to build the pyramid, known as a ramp today, right? Bruh, that was recently discovered in 2018 that a plane or a ramp was used to build the pyramid. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying is that there are things that are written down through this white guy. I admit the shit funny. A white boy did this from Ohio. What the fuck does he know? But damn, the more we try to disprove him based off that, the more we're disproving. Like, damn, how in the hell is he writing that? And it was just recently discovered. So Cal really showed it. Look, even down, I know niggas was laughing, but even down to the snowflake.
No two snowflakes are alike.
Hey, but look, JJ, but trip off what Cal was saying.
Yeah, they not listening.
Trip off this. Okay, it's written down in cosmogony and prophecy in Oahspe that no two snowflakes are alike in 1881. Okay, it's a cat named Wilson Bentley who took his first picture of a snowflake, successful picture in 1884, 3 years later, right? But he didn't publish any of his findings until after he took 5,000 pictures of snowflakes. And guess what he arrived at the conclusion of? That no two snowflakes look alike. And that was in the 1900s. So this was well after it was already written down, before it was ever revealed that no two snowflakes. So I know it sounded funny, this nigga talking about snowflakes and shit. But the thing is, how is it written down? How are the snowflakes drawn? And they look just like the very pictures that Wilson Bentley took, bruh, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later. That's what we're not addressing. You see what I'm saying? So if we look at it from that point of view, it's not only historical, it's also prophetic in the nature, because there are things that are being discovered today that was written down 140 years ago. You dig? That's validating it. That's all we saying. And at some point, regardless if the white boy was a dentist or not, Hell, Moses was a murderer according to Bible. Noah was a drunk. David was a killer. So we can talk all type of shit. The white boy was a dentist. Okay, fuck him. Right? Is the information that's coming out? Is it being validated by recent archaeological and scientific discoveries? And today, Cal shows swirling vortices in the galaxies, all the way down to your sperm, all the way down to the building block of man, JJ, which is the atoms, the electrons, the protons, and neutrons. Bro, those weren't even discovered when they was theorized in the 1800s. They weren't even discovered to the early 1900s, but it was already written. That's all we saying, bro. You know what I mean? At some point, we got to recognize it.
You know what's suspect, though? What's suspect, right? Your boy just us. This is why we don't like people with opinions, offering opinions about subjects they don't know nothing about. You see what I'm saying? So, because I was watching Sarnetta maybe a week ago. I ain't gonna lie. That's my dog. I'm watching Sarnetta. Right? Just Us is on there getting grilled a little bit.
Right.
And they asked Just Us, do you believe in the Bible? He says, yes, I believe in everything that's written down in the Word.
Just Us don't believe in no Bible.
Listen, he said it on Sarnetta.
Well, he always.
I'm not lying on that man.
I mean, he never told me that, but
I'm not lying on that man. Yeah. I'm not the only one that heard him. Hey,
but remember,
I'm about to shake out though, y'all. I'm about to shake out, man. Salute, salute to Cosmon Cal, salute to JJ. Hey, bro, excellent debate. I'ma slow it down tomorrow, like I do everything we do, bro, and y'all really gonna see. Hey, that bro brought it. The bro brought some major. I'm gonna tag you in it, JJ, so you can jump on. Yeah. You know what I mean? The bro brought out some major stuff that went over a lot of people's heads, but it's all good.
It's new information. Right?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
JJ.
But, let me just say that before y'all go. Don't let Sarnetta get in y'all ear and act like you don't get a fair shot on his channel. When Sarnetta, if you don't agree with somebody, that's because he don't go with the comedic side, and whoever else, he gonna influence his audience to try to vote for them. I stay out the way. See, Sarnetta, what you should do is try to take notes from me on how to moderate and how to do a goddamn debate. That's staying out the goddamn way. That's your problem, bro. You want to try to. I knew you was gonna be watching, which I don't have a problem with that, you know. But don't try to turn Cosmon and these people against me when I try my best to keep it fair and for this brother to get 42% of the votes. That's great. That means he influenced some people, some new people.
And then it ain't even been shared. It hasn't even been shared on my thing. I'm downloading it tonight and putting it up tomorrow on the Create a Gang channel. So the post is gonna keep living. You dig what I'm talking about?
Right.
And the streets gonna talk.
Right. And one thing, but here's a tip. You might have don't. When you kind of went into is he gay, and you should have asked like some different, you know what I'm saying, because people looking like that's personal.
No, how's it personal, bro? He put that on the internet. That he said out his mouth, JJ. I seen this just a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
He said this on his live, holding the microphone. I watched it just the other day. He said his God cursed him with a gay demon. He was thinking about walking up off in people. He was thinking about doing gay stuff with men. I said, what?
Yeah,
and then I get to doing my homework. Come to find out, this ain't the first time this stuff then came up. And some real reputable Hebrews addressed this about 12, 13 years ago. So, you know what I mean? When you really doing homework and you out here in the streets and you ain't no sucker, man, them doors open up for you. Behind the scenes, they hate on Cosmon, but you got to love me. You got to love me.
I like I'm gonna tell you Cosmon. You got that energy like I be having in debates. You know,
man. Don't nobody want none of that.
Nobody wants to see no
spirit cooking.
Don't nobody wants to see no dry ass debater, bro.
That shit dry.
No, I'm saying you dry. I'm just saying nobody wants to see. I seen a couple of debaters over there on Q Butter's channel, and he's trying to groom some debaters, which I'm glad he's doing that. But these guys were just reading, and I had to tell them, like, look, bro, you got to put your personality into it, make people laugh, and tell some good, you know, some ad homs, but not disrespectful ad homs. Like here's the ad hom. Like this is what I do. Like, where they find this guy at? You know, something like that. You know,
right?
You do stuff like that, and they make it more entertaining. Like, if you entertaining, bro, and you came and got 42% of the votes, bro. A new debater on our channel. Man, I give you much respect, man. And like I say, man, hey, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all here. That's a fact.
Well, yeah. I mean, oh no. We ain't going nowhere. That right. What I'm saying, it's a new paradigm, baby.
Yep.
It's a new
All right, Jay Snake, I see you, man. But yeah, man, keep up the good work, man. And hopefully this isn't to discourage y'all to not come back. Because like I said, we're gonna be coming over here. Y'all, you know,
we knew, hey JJ, we knew what it was. We knew what it was before we even came up over there. And
that's how I do.
We still pulled up. Got all the smoke. We smoked easy. You did what I'm talking about? Smoked through the whole debate.
There you go. Hey, love you, brother.
Peace and blessings, I love you too, bro.
Yeah, one.
Man, I'll put the link in the chat one more time. Who did what I'm talking about? There it go. JJ is collected HOK. Thank you, more wisdom. You dig what I'm talking about? Some gonna get it, some won't, bro. You dig what I'm talking about? Come on, man. You a more? Are you a more? If you a more, come on. I gotta ask you a question. Not beefing. I just wanna, see where you coming from with it. You dig what I'm talking about? Because the Moes is my folks. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to all the Moors, man. The Eels and the Bays out here. You dig what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. Them my dudes. And don't shit move up this motherfucker in Detroit. That's the Moes nobody. They part of every structure, it's crazy. You dig what I'm talking about? So if you I don't know what you thought, but that ain't what it is. Shout out to the Moles, man. Shout out to the Noble Drew Ali, man. Peace be upon him. You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying? Man, this was a dope debate, man. It's late. I gotta get up, go to work in the morning. You dig what I'm talking about? Cosmonian. You dig what I'm talking about? Just keep watching, man. Jaja working. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm still a work in progress, y'all. Jaja still working with your boy. But ooh, hey, I ain't gotta say nothing. I'm gonna let Mally chop it up. Watch this. When you slow it down, it's different. It's different. You know what I mean? Because you can play it off. Like I'm not showing nothing. Like I didn't come with more sources. I came with more sources than he did. Shit, I know I got shit. At least 60, 70 sources in that bit. What? He put some of that stuff up, didn't have no source. But we'll see. I ain't got to talk about it. You dig what I'm talking about? Hands speak for themselves. You dig what I'm talking about? Like he said, in enemy territory, we done put that thing down. You dig what I'm talking about? And it's just growing. It's just growing. They ain't even seen it. So they ain't even debated yet. I mean, they can't judge it yet. That thing gonna be out on Creative Gang TV. You dig what I'm talking about? It was acting weird, so it wouldn't let me connect. You know what I mean? So maybe next time. You know. Hey, Kev. Boy. Listen, boy. That intro you did with the Oahspe, with the intro, boy, I didn't know you was, yo, that looked like you about to go to a commercial on Saturday football game or something, bro. That animation and stuff like that, how you do that, that's dope, bro. Salute my bro Kev, man. This my brother. We go way back. And don't let the skin tone fool you. He blacker than everybody in the chat. Yep. And his mama black. So stop the hate. Yep. Yep. Look. Just us did say that. And then we gonna catch him. Listen, it's all recorded. It's all recorded. When you see how they hate how Floyd wins, right? They hate it because it's not what you think it's gonna be. It's always something different, and it's and you can't keep up with the skill. And it's defensive, and it's always offense. It's tactical. You know what I mean? We see tonight it was a problem. It's a problem. You know what I mean? This light is, how do you disprove it? How do you disprove any of it? He was sick about me showing you how a God is a ball. He was sick about that. His face was tight. Hey, man. Wait till you go back and see. I told you, if we was in Judah Nair's mind, you did. You gotta never mind the gay porn playing in the background, nigga. We know about you, kid. Stop playing. Too much Schmidt. Yeah, you hear more wisdom. He did say that. I was watching the show. Yeah. So, Cap, man, I call Cap. You dig what I'm saying? I might even go back and look at that show. I don't even remember what that show was. But Cap. Because I watched that. People watched you say that. You know what I mean? And I think it was the show. He deleted it. Because I think it was the show. He brought the shit out with Judah Nair. I didn't even know he had been showed this shit. You know what I mean? I didn't know. But then he come in the chat. He in the chat. He got something talking about the gay Messiah. I'm like, what? Then I go on Sarnetta. This was Sarnetta showing. I'm like, yo, he's saying it out his mouth. Sarnetta just playing the video. No wonder they hate on Sarnetta, bro. I would hate you too. You was telling the truth. Ooh, that shit cut different. Sarnetta was telling the truth. That's what it was. They're gonna always hate, man. They're gonna always hate and fear the higher light. Well, look, man, your boy Cosmon ain't gonna keep you too long, man. Just say love and light to all the faces. Peace to the righteous gods and the Nirvanian goddesses, man. It's your boy Cosmoni. You always know what we come to do. Balance all balances and check all checks, because you know what happens next when you see that butterfly vortex. Hey, man. Cosmon, breathe in. Let that light in. Creator is undefeated. Boy, did you see that? Did you? Did y'all see? That was a flawless victory. He got the end in the question round. I was very short and simple. Tried to be short as possible. You dig what I'm talking about? You don't know what a Juju is. Juju is a demon. Okay. You know what I mean? It's just how don't spiritual people believe in spirit? I don't get it. Right. My dog Mo Wisdom. That's my dude. I don't want to say my dude. More wisdom. Are you male, female? I don't want to assume anything. You dig what I'm talking about? Yo, Escra 21. Oh, do you see it? Yahweh God? How is it in there? That's in there before Judah Nazareth was born. That's in there when they rewrote the entire Greek version in 1881, the same time Oahspe was laying this information down. Did y'all know that? They rewrote the whole text and didn't even finish it. Even the ecumenical councils didn't stop till 1960. Remember, Hosea 17 said, I took the Baalins, the name of the Baalins, out their mouth. They ain't know they were screaming Yahweh God the whole time. They ain't know what it was. They're just throwing around titles. Esquire. I am Mana. It's a dope name. Dope. Capricorn Magi say, bro, you sound like hey, Eddie Griffin make a lot of sense. If you really listen to him, that's why he's funny. Because he's gonna hit you with some shit. You gotta say, well, damn. You dig what I'm saying? And it's real. Yeah. It is what it is. I ain't the first. Jacob whooped the God too. The Persian God whooped the God too. The Assyrian God whooped the God too. The Babylonian God whooped the God too. The Roman God whooped the God too. The Greek God whooped the God too. And then every time he got whooped, guess what happened to you? Enslavement. Your God say it's a curse. Well, who cursing? Why you gotta lose? Because he losing. That never made sense to me. Well, this is the Cosmon era, man. And they say this is a time of balance where we're going to have great spirituality and also great physicality all at the same time. And in the time of Cosmon, which usually comes halfway or roughly halfway between the inhabitable age, 72,000 years after the creation of man, right? We in the 25th arc. But 24 complete arc cycles, 72,000 years. You dig what I'm talking about? We're halfway into the inhabitable time of the man upon planet, or 72,000 years. And the rest of the time, another 72,000 years, is 144,000 years of the Eoptian age, or optimal time for man to exist upon the planet, right? Oahspe is breaking down this type of stuff, and then he correlated to prove it, right? Geologically, right? And links it directly to the overall temp of the earth, to the extinction of man, and it's 144,000 years. And give us a way how to prove it scientifically. This is what Oahspe is saying in 1881. How? Ain't no way no white boy wrote this, bro. But then we look in the book. The white boy said, I ain't write it. I ain't write this shit. He said, look, nigga, some shit hit my hands. I got to going crazy. The angel said, don't worry about it. I'm all right. I don't even know how to use a typewriter. It's the very first typewriters in the world. Oahspe may be the very first book written on a typewriter, period. Let that, it hit different when you do your homework on what time the very first typewriters was being released to the world, and why JBN said, I can't type. Nigga, I ain't even never seen one. They just now coming out. And then imagine this. When you're looking at your keyboard, right? Look. When you're looking at your keyboard, you see how it's set up? Let me move this out the way. Let me move this out the way. Hold on. Let me move this out the way. When you're looking at your keyboard, right? How you got more of the useful numbers, or that you use letters right here in the middle, and then you'll have more less used numbers, and it's set up in a certain style with the numbers at the top and like this, right? This style is called QWERTY. QWERTY. This QWERTY, right? JBN wrote on a typewriter that didn't even have this style. And honestly may have been A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Daryl Cosmine shared a picture of this old boy. This thing, when you look at it, man, the very first typewriters was, boy, them things was machines. You dig what I'm talking about? That I don't even know how. Listen, I don't know how a man could type on that thing, period. You dig what I'm talking about, period. And let alone how fast JBN said he was writing. A normal nigga could have did that. Listen, and then he say, I didn't do it. This is the Billie Jean, right? This is Thriller. You know what I mean? This Celine Dion. You dig what I'm talking about? This Taylor Swift, this the top. Listen, man, listen. I'm about to go, man. Your boy Cosmine. Breathe in, man. Let that light in. Cosmine, I'm out.
And oh yeah, put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air, oh, that Japheth, that Chow Mein, that Papa Bull, that Tao Mein, since sunset in the Ark of Wayne, my brain moving like Tao Sang, so ass above, it's so below, that up and that down thing, this flow is atmospheric, I call that a ground game, see water is knowledge, so if I'm teaching, you're learning, so how your God make a sun without vortexing and current, see the pattern is ponic, I'm reaching out for my people, Oahspe flow through your speakers, you feel the force of the ether, and when the force gets the equal, I'm taking off like an eagle. Police popped the pastor, yeah, yesterday for pushing Puerto. My DNA is Moshe. Mix that thing with higher water. My spirit rate is OTN. It's just a higher order. Got more light than Kavita. Rap a lot just like Tila. Went from sinner to saint. Shout out my big homie Sealer. Got more torque than a sports car. Got more work than a door star. In the 4 million I make, I'm giving the Dr. Umar. Oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feel it when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air. Oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air. Oh yeah. Super 7 in my rites and ceremonies. I'm married to Jehovah, holy matrimony. Confucius say, in the words of Caillou, before you hit the tomb, be a bridegroom. Only got one question for Miss Susan B. On how to last Ahuin is now a Angui. Blame my inspiration, I'm just thinking thoughts. But in the way of God's, we gon' keep it short. Why Jesus wanna kill me, Matthew 10:34. Just a couple questions that I'm needing to know. Oahspe flow is so potent, set the vortex in motion. Super 7, I'm floating across the Aegean Ocean. Oh, you a Muslim now, so I guess you making salat. Well, I'm a Israelite, I'ma make him at the Shabbat. Got Moses on the bumper, super slap off in my spaceship photosphere. So I stay lit, peace and light to the faith is so yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feel it when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air. Oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air.